Good morning, loved ones. I hope you had a good night's sleep. I'm maxing out on the surrounding now so that I can actually just be free tomorrow. One day off. Could be nice, huh? I don't know if I will be, but I also wanted to give you another class in this beautiful and amazing environment. I just recorded a 30 minutes yoga session for my patrons, and it's so lovely to do it here. It just feels much more calm. And I just love listening to the sounds of nature. And I feel my creativity is returning to me when I'm in this surrounding. So I feel like I need to be here more. I'm very grateful for you guys. You've been a part of my life almost for 10 years now. I've told you a zillion times, but I lived in New York City for 3 months with the startup I was working for. And I was very into yoga then, as I am now, but I went to a lot of different studios and everything was just about being fit. And it annoyed me very much. This was, I think, 2016. And then, so maybe it's not 8 years now, sorry, I'm like exaggerating. But, and then I went to Los Angeles where I was making amends, you know, it's the 9th step in the 12-step program where you sort of, you know, take responsibility for the shit you've done in life. And God knows I caused some shit in Los Angeles. This is when my addiction was, you know, really at its culm, and it was tough. So I made amends in Los Angeles, and I was at the beach in Malibu on my own, and it just came to me, this vision of creating this yoga channel, creating something that I felt was missing. And I also struggle with doing yoga on a daily basis. It was a huge struggle for me. So I was thinking, if I film myself every day, I have to do it. And voila, here we are. I don't even know how many days in a row I've been filming myself, but it's so many. And one of the things that I'm most proud of with this is that I did it throughout my whole pregnancy, the same day that she came and the day after. It was just breathing the day after, but I did it, and I am beyond grateful for that. It's magical, you know. I also think it's something that I will appreciate later, you know, to have my whole pregnancy documented on video because of this yoga challenge. Beautiful. And my health is like so much better. So I took my biggest flaws and made them my biggest success. Just yet, you know. That's something to be proud of, I think. And I also really love to share my life with you on a daily basis. To share my struggles, my successes, the joy, the pain. It's just making it much more manageable. So thank you for you know, being a part of my life. I'm also beyond grateful for being sober and living a sober life. Nothing of this would be possible if it wasn't for that. And being a mother in sobriety is so beautiful because I am aware of what I'm doing. Before I wasn't aware. And I'm so grateful of that because I know what I do, you know. Every day I know what I do. If I would have been drunk, I wouldn't have known. So that's a gift. Yesterday when we were at Astrid Lindgren's World, I got reminded of my childhood and how Sweden used to be, and how I feel like we're losing our heritage, you know. It's becoming so Americanized and so much about commerce, and yeah, I just feel like I need to give our children that, you know, that sense of realness that I find in the books written by Astrid Lindgren, with everything that comes with that: alcoholism, violence, death. She writes about those really tough subjects in such beautiful ways. So every time I go there and I look at any of her shows, I cry, because often they're very, very sad, but also they're from a child's perspective and they don't really see the sadness. It's only when you're an adult that you catch that up, which I find so brilliant. She must have been so extremely intelligent. And yeah, I wish I could have met her. I know my husband's grandma met her, had like a coffee with her once. That I'm jealous of. But we're gonna do yoga. Get down on your sitting bones and straighten your back. On the inhalation, feel how your breath is expanding. On the exhalation, drag your belly button towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're going to do the breath of fire. We do that by pushing our belly button towards the spine, quick and hard. Inhale to start. Very good job. We're going to do the hip roll. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. which direction. Beautiful. Come up to the frog. We need to do this a lot now before midsummers, you know, so we warmed up. Press your elbows towards your knees, straighten up your back. Place your right hand on your left knee and look over your right shoulder. Your left hand on your right knee. I don't even know who does that. Close your eyes, focus on the area between your eyebrows, the third eye looking inwards. Roll your shoulders back. And let your third eye lead you to the area around your heart. In this area, you find an inner room where you're going to spend some time just for yourself. There's nothing that has been and nothing that will be. It's only you in this area. Paramatmane Namaha. Sripadanjala Yoga Darsharam Atasamadipadaha Hatha Yoga Nushasanam Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha Tatha Drashtu Sarube Vashtanam Vritti Sarubhya Mitta Nastra Vrittaya Panjataya Klishta Klishta Ha. Slowly come back to the room where you are. We're going to finish today's class together with 3 Shanti. Place your palms together in front of your heart and inhale to start. Shanti. 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 place your palms to your forehead for you to think it was the truth day, to your mouth for you to speak the truth, and to your heart for you to follow your heart and to be kind to yourself and to other people. Namaste. Thank you so much for today. Remember to go out. Thank you. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.